cover of this video, then you know it's Mars retrograde, and this is your astrology fortune here. So this Mars retrograde, there could be a lot of drama. There could be a lot of emotional outbursts, frustrations, angers, all the things. Shameless squad here. There could be some frustrations with, oh my gosh, let me take action on these goals, and nothing is being done in order to move forward. And this is something where I want to share with you the shameless secrets of what you really need to know about this Mars retrograde in Leo, and when it pops into Cancer as well, and what you need to know, boo. Okay, so in this video, what we will go over is Mars retrograde and the tarot card associated with this energy. We'll talk about numerology and what you can expect with this, the important degrees, as well as dates during this transit, and then we will go over your all 12 rising sign forecast, and we will pull a card for the energy overall collectively about what the heck is going on. But for those of you that are new, what up? I am shamelessly sexy Jackie here. She, hers are my pronouns. I'm a certified sex therapist turned sexual confidence coach and psychic medium. So I make videos on self-care, mental health, tarot, and astrology here. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, boo, so that way you are in store for all of my shameless tea I got for you, and be a part of my shameless squad here, and like this video, do all the things, yo. But if you ever want to book a private reading with me or coaching or anything like that, all that info is in the description box below. So let's get into it. Mars is the planet of aggression and how we take action, and it is our sexual libido. I'm going to be doing a separate video specifically about the sexual energy when it comes to the sex astrology fortune, so definitely hit subscribe because I'm so stoked for that one to come out too. When it's retrograde though, when any planet is retrograde, we feel like we are slowing down here overall. So here's some don'ts during this time. When it comes to work, life, home, balance, things, don't take on additional work, projects, or tasks during this time, as they will be really difficult to complete. Less is more. Allow for things to be taken off your plate here. Don't send any work documents or emails that lack information, the attachments, or even are aggressionary, like they are very anger or reactionary, and you could be receiving those too, so watch out. Really think carefully about your goals during this time and your successes, and pause before making any big major changes in any types of work or career paths moving forward here. So retrogrades are the perfect time to go within, to journal, to meditate, to reflect, to get grounded. And for Mars in particular, it is very aggressive. So you could be dealing with anger issues, other people projecting, displacing their anger onto you. So definitely make sure that you and others regulate their emotions often, or ask them to as best they can, or leave those situations if they just don't feel safe. The feedback for any retrograde though is really to go within. It's not about charging ahead, forward, or anything like that to get as much done as possible, because y'all, it's not gonna work. So definitely understand what truly drives your goals, assess and reassess these and reevaluate these in your life here. Okay, let's talk about the tarot card in the thumbnail. It is associated, this Mars retrograde, with the Five of Wands here. Okay, so this tarot card really is all about chaos, conflict, competition, people in your life trying to fight you here, right? It's very like action oriented, and it's also like, hey, we're not going to get anything by fighting here. And this is kind of like my fight fire with fire energy. So careful around group of people here overall. Let's get into the numerology of this. So this Mars retrograde is happening at the 6 degrees of Leo, and it stations direct on December 7th here. I'm recording this on the 5th. So I find, no synchronous, or I don't find it ironic that it's legit like the 6 degrees of Leo and it's on the 6th here. Okay. So 6 is like ascended master number. Go within, trust your intuition, your third eye chakra during this time. But 6s in numerology represent harmony, and they represent balance and service and nurturing. So really a strong relationship and connection to relationships and responsibilities. However, you might have to let go of some responsibilities during the retrograde. And in astrology, it really asks us to focus on love and care and healing. And so it indicates a lot of emotional healing, depth, and compassion here. And in astrology, this is the degree of Virgo. Virgo represents the 6th degree, which again represents harmony, sympathy, and being gentle towards yourself and others. And so there could be a lot of loving energy around you or your loved ones and family, and you could feel good and protected around them. However, it is retrograde, and we are in holiday seasons here. So there could also be like, well, this person is just trying to give you tough love, or I'm just trying to give you that feedback, and you might feel kind of nitpicked during this time, y'all. Virgos typically get told that they are very bossy, and they're just trying to share different types types of things in order to help. And so just be mindful of that. When it comes to this during this time too, you could also potentially struggle with perfectionism, finishing work, asserting oneself could come up during this time. So be sure to practice self-compassion and don't beat yourself up, especially with this 6th degree here. Now, let's talk about the dates of this retrograde and important dates throughout this transit here. So this is starting on Friday, December 6th, and it goes through February 23rd, 2025 here. So this is going to really be the time for you to confront inner conflicts, your inner passions and emotions that may have a big impact on your life. From December 6th to January 5th, Mars is in Leo. And when Mars is in Leo, this is the energy of like the dramatics, the antics, like let's be drama queen king energy here and stir shit up, right? So you could be getting some pot stirs around you during this time. People could be starting shit around you or with you or other people. Drama and tensions could rise. So just stay out of things that are not yours here, okay? Mars and Leo may also show how people might try to manipulate you in certain situations or your creativity or things that you might be taking pleasure in your life, or people just trying to start things. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of gossip, drama, aggression, or fights happening in your life, or hearing this from other people in their lives during this time. So really pause, slow down, think about how you are showing up and asserting yourself in life situations, and also like go within a little bit with this. Then it changes on January 6th. Mars is in Cancer here. So again, you could be seeing 666, and maybe that's a great angel number for all of you to work with, or set up an altar with. And when it comes to spiritual self-care during this time, because that is all about healing and slowing down here, and it might just help some people for meditating and grounding their energy for spiritual self-care. Like the sixes are showing up during this time. So this is Mars in Cancer, and Mars in Cancer, when it goes here on January 6th here, we already had a little bit of taste of Mars in Cancer earlier this year in 2024, and there can be a lot of emotional mood swings, like feelings going from 0 to 100, like, oh my gosh, I'm mad, or oh my gosh, I'm sad, I'm crying, I'm laughing, I'm like hysterical one moment to the next here. With someone who's got a lot of Cancer in her chart, this girl felt it here, okay? And it can really feel overwhelming, and it's also very important to just be vulnerable and real with your emotions during this time. So it's really like feel them to heal them energy. You could be feeling very vulnerable and sensitive and raw, and you might be finding yourself wanting to just go in your own metaphorical like Cancerian hermit mode here in your shell and kind of like protect yourself and your energy during this time, but also work on yourself and your energy during this time and give yourself space with this. This is a great time for a deep emotional cleanse, cleansing your energy, releasing what no longer serves you and who no longer serves you in your life, as well as just like letting things flow. Like maybe giving yourself a good cry here might be really good for some of you out there. But it's also about pulling yourself inward and reflecting and introspecting, so your emotions might get the best of you if you let them take center stage, and then you're like, oh gosh, why did I just say that in front of all these people or this whole audience or whatever in front of each other. Then let's talk about February 23rd. Mars will station direct in Cancer at 17 degrees here. So 17 degrees is actually the Leo degree. So it has the undertone of Leo at this time in February. What this means is this is the time where things are going to be more clearer and more crisp and stronger here. In numerology, 17 represents power and legacy. And so this is leadership and creating a lasting legacy here. It combines spirituality with the number 7, and then also material strength with the number 1 here, new starts, new beginning. In astrology, this degree is really tied to influence and creating meaningful change here. And so this is something where this is the Leo degree, and it represents spiritual growth in life, positive changes, and moving on to the next level in relationships or love. And this can also be something like self-love for yourself. Thank gosh I gave myself the time and space to cry here, and like combining these very, yin and yang energies of like divine masculine and feminine, with Leo being the divine masculine fire sign and water sign of Cancer being the divine feminine. So really having this beautiful shift to like recalibrate. And when Mars goes direct here, you might feel now is the time to take action on those New Year's goals, intentions, and resolutions here, okay? You might also be deliberating a little bit about how to move forward, because Mars in Cancer, that's not at its detriment in the placements or anything like that. It's Libra and then Taurus and then Cancer, like, is not the most comfortable sign in this. So it's going to be slow and steady wins the race. And with the Cancerian crab shell, right? Like crabs move sideways here. So you might be kind of like, oh, I have to go here. I have to go there. I have to go here. And like, so it's not going to be a direct, clear path, but it's going to take you some time. So don't rush the process here. It's kind of like when we think, oh, this is the route where to go in life. And Spirit's like, nope, like you're actually going to have to go here. And then you're going to have to sidestep there. And then you're going to be able to get maybe to that point. Or there might be a couple steps along the way. So there's a lot of really good strategy in slowing down and being deliberate about your goals during this time, and pull from that Cancerian energy of like, what is it that you love, okay? Then we have April 18th. Mars goes back into Leo later here. So this is where you might feel more grounded. Things could just be really, set in stone during this time. So they feel really, 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 really good here. And you have a more powerful sense of purpose. So now's the time where you're ready to take action. You are clear and you're stronger and wiser. And this is also a great time when Mars is also in Cancer to really understand what your emotional boundaries are. And then with Mars and Leo's, like, understand like any power struggles that might be around you. So it's about really going within and understanding some things during this time. So let's talk about all 12 signs, rising sign fortunes here. So this is the ascendant in your chart. If you would like to get a full picture, then definitely watch your sun and your moon too, but it goes rising, sun, moon. Okay, so Leos, we're going to start with you first in this go round here. Okay, so when Mars is in Leo, this is of course going to impact your first house, which is going to be like your ego, your identity, yourself, your physical appearance, your body, your behavior. And then when it's in Cancer, it's going to go into your 12th house of mental health, spirituality, dreams, fantasies, and also addictions, delusions, escapism. So self-soothing and sleep, all these different things could be really good for you during this time. Virgo risings, this is going to impact your 12th house when Mars is in Leo. So of mental health, spirituality, dreams, sleeps could be kind of a challenge here during this time. So definitely make sure you prioritize that in your routines overall. You might also notice like anything with addictions here or escapism. So make sure that you kind of slow down your energy and really, really ground yourself during this time. And then when this is in Cancer, this is going to be influencing your 11th house of networking, friends, groups of people, and community out there, trying to get you to maybe do something that you may not want to do here, or try to influence you in certain kinds of ways. And it could also feel really frustrating here. And the 11th house too is typically, that is your Aquarius house, right? Like that is ruled by technology. So this could also be happening in the online world as well. For my Libra risings, this is affecting your 11th house, like I just said with Virgo rising. So technology, online communities, or friends or groups of people, things of that sort. People might try to fight you. This is something where Libra, this sign specifically, is at its fallen in or detriment in Mars here. So you might really notice a lot of people trying to challenge you, have conflict with you, fight you, and you might just absolutely hate it or be put on spot here potentially. As well as when Mars is in Cancer, this is going to influence your 10th house of work, career, public image, reputation. So careful about anybody trying to start shit with you at work or trying to fight you or anything like that, or tensions being on the rise. Scorpio risings, this is influencing your 10th house of work when Mars is in Leo. So your reputation, your public image is something that people might try to downplay, downfall, try to ruin here, try to make you, be aggressive. And Scorpio, you were previously ruled by Mars until Pluto was discovered. So someone might try to fight fire with you. Don't give them that reaction here. So pay attention to any bosses, or things in the public eye, if you work in the public eye, or career reputation when it comes to your 10th house when Mars is in Leo. And then when Mars is in Cancer, this goes through your 9th house of long distance travel, higher education. This is also your school or work or universities, or even your philosophical values or belief systems. So be careful of anybody trying to really question you in those areas or those things during this time. Sagittarius risings, this is going through your 9th house when Mars is in Leo. So again, philosophy, someone might be questioning your spiritual values, your belief systems, or even like, should you be teaching at that university? Should you be going to that school? Should you be going on that long distance like trip vacation? Like someone might just be trying to start drama in these areas of your life. And then when it's in Cancer, it goes through your 8th house of investments, money, inheritances, taxes, shared finances, what you might owe. So there might be some sort of debt that's coming back around, unexpected bill, or something that you thought you had paid, but then maybe there's something else that's coming through. Or maybe this is like something where things are just taking longer, potentially with like, death and dying someone's will here too. Capricorn rising, Risings. When Mars is in Leos, this is going through our 8th house of investments, money, shared resources, finances, what you may owe others. So pay attention to anything when it comes to unexpected bills or like wills going wrong, or maybe some payouts like money that potentially could have been owed to you could be coming back around during this time, but it might have been delayed or delayed longer here overall. Or maybe you had forgotten about some sort of bill that you needed to pay. So just pay attention to this. People could also be fighting you on different types of like wills, family wills, debts, just different types of legal cases, things of that sort. And then when Mars is in Cancer, this is in your 7th house, our 7th house of committed relationships. So spouses, marriages, business partnerships, it could also be friendships too. But this is something where people might try to just tug on your heartstrings here, kind of like fight you with certain things, try to make some sort of, manipulative actions, maybe even triangulate you, insert yourself or have you be inserted into other people's dramas or BS or petty energy here. Aquarius Risings, this is going through your 7th house when Mars is in Leo. So this is with your committed relationships, shared partnerships, marriages, business partnerships, BFFs, friendships, whatever. So pay attention to any drama in your friend groups, your social circles, or just really within business or marriage or spouses or partnerships here. There could be some frustrations that are going on at potentially work or in that business partnership here, or just even for those of you with spouses or partners here too, that could be coming up for you. And then when Mars is in Cancer, this goes through your 6th house of physical health routines, people who potentially work for you or even coworkers or colleagues within a workplace here. So with physical health and routines, make sure that, you are really, because Mars is retrograde here, make sure that you're being very kind to yourself. You might feel a little bit lethargic here. Getting to the gym might be a little bit harder for you during this time. So make sure you don't beat yourself up with anything in regards to that here, but do stay on point and do the things that are at least easy or really listening to your body during this time. And then when it comes to coworkers, colleagues, just pay attention to anybody at work or in your work surroundings here if they're trying to fight with you, get in the way of things with you, or manipulate you. Pisces Risings, this is going to go through your 6th house of coworkers as well as physical health routines, everything like that when Mars is in Leo here. So this is a time to take note of anybody that's trying to like pull the wool over your eyes, anyone that's trying to, manipulate you, gaslight you, get in a fight with you, try to set you up at work and make you look bad or anything like that, be it a coworker or a colleague, whatever. Like maybe someone rats on you, maybe someone snitches on you, things of that sort. Pay attention to your physical health and routines during this time here, especially with like if you have a workout routine or just even morning routines and evening routines here as well. This is something where physically your body is going to be something to really pay attention to during this time. And then when Mars is in Cancer, this is in your 5th house of creativity, dating, sexuality, hookups, romance, and even children. So there might be some conflicts around kids or dating someone or having sex with them or hooking up with somebody, or even like creativity, or even like it was someone trying to like maybe ruin something like a creative project for you or get in the way of your creativity or something along those lines of that sort. Aries Rising, when Mars is in Leo, this is impacting your 5th house of creativity, romance, hit, kids, and dating or sexuality here. Some of you may feel like you might be trying to get pregnant and this might be like a difficult time, or it might be a slower burn, or it might just be harder here. Some of you might feel like, oh my gosh, where's the romance? Where's the sex? Where's the love? Like that kind of energy here. You might just be more inclined to hook up with people. Communication could be coming really in hot and fast. People might try to force you or manipulate you or get you to do something sexually that maybe you don't want to here. When it comes to dating and relationships, someone might say, let's go on this date, that date, and it may just like take longer time. You might be feeling really frustrated or feeling like, dang, the dating pool just kind of sucks right now. Or this is something where you might be getting angry or upset at kids. And then when Mars is in Cancer, this is going through your 4th house of home, family, and people living with you and your property. So you might be getting into, if you're trying to sell a property or home, it might take longer. You might be getting into, agreements like having to negotiate of what they want to pay you or anything like that, as well as like people living with you. There might just be some chaos, conflict, competition, fights here, fighting with family members, friends overall. Taurus Risings, this is going through your 4th house when Mars is in Leo here. So home, family, people living with you, and property. This is something where there could be arguments with other people in your home, trying to manipulate you, trying to use you, trying to abuse you, trying to get you to do something. This could also potentially be like they just said like crowd surfing too. So maybe someone needs to come or crowd surfing, nice. Couch surfing. Maybe you're going crowd surfing this year, Taurus. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. But this is something where someone may like stay over or crash at your house or your home or your space or whatever and potentially use you, and it might start like an argument, or maybe there was someone in your home that that like needs to move out and you only want to have a certain amount of people living with you, or maybe there's just some conflicts at home overall. And then when Mars is going in later on into Cancer, this goes through your third house of productivity, social media, communication, day-to-day tasks, getting things done, writing projects. So this could be a lot of like say what you mean what you say energy. So it's kind of like if you get angry and you have some sort of outburst here, there could be some really harsh conversations with people. So just be very careful with that, or something that might be in a text message or email or writing, some things of that sort. You might feel like getting things done, just daily routines might be kind of hard, or just small tasks that are like in work or life, whatever. Gemini, when Mars is in Leo, this is going through your third house here. So your day-to-day task, the communication, the projects, productivity, everything like that. This could also be social media. You could be writing or someone could be writing to you nasty things, mean things, saying they're mad at you, upset with you for whatever reason, using technology as a way to hide behind maybe not actually having a conversation, and people might actually be really upset or angry with you, or vice versa. You might feel like things are feeling like a chore here, like things are just slugging along around like your home, your space, or whatever, or even in work, and feeling like, gosh, this is a lot of energy to try to even get things done here. Then later, when Mars is in Cancer, it goes through your second house of money, income. So there could be some changes, and this is also pleasure and changes with in regards of pleasure, and also changes with like finances, or just feeling like, wow, my money might just be very drained during this time, and like money, is coming in, but it's going out. Like it feels like it's just going out just as fast. So just pay attention to spending here overall. You may feel like budgeting could be really important during this time, and there could also be potentially loved ones, or a lover, because this is also the house of romance and love here and pleasure, where like you may be like having like fuck it energy, like I'm just gonna spend money on this, spend money on that, spend. So just be careful with that overall. Cancer risings, this is in your second house when Mars is in Leo, of money, income, and changes with finances, pleasure, loved ones, romance, things of that sort. You might be spending a lot of money on loved ones here. You might be spending a lot of money on maybe a partner or a spouse here too. There could be changes with your income throughout work or finances. Maybe needing to put yourself on a budget here could be really good for you. And then it goes to your first house when Mars goes into Cancer. So again, your identity, your body, your behavior, your image, how you really deal with things, how you're showing up in this world, how you're really asserting yourself, and even different types of things could really change with your appearance overall, or your personality. So everyone, let's pull a overall tarot card for the collective. Make sure that you hit subscribe and like this video if this was helpful and you like this, because I will be doing another video about this, but more so around the sexual astrology fortune of this overall. So the overall energy of this is the Magician card. Okay, I find this really interesting, and this says yes, and I feel like it's the energy of really slow down and plant the seeds during Mars retrograde. Like you don't get that gorgeous garden and all the sunflowers without like doing the hard work and actually digging it up and getting the fertilizer and getting the seeds and getting the flowers that you actually want to plant here. This is something where you could also, someone here, you could have, Gemini, Virgo in your chart here with this card here overall, but Spirit is really saying like, hey, get ready to put in the effort and the hard work here, and go within first in order for you to like grow what it is you want to moving forward, not only in 2024, the end of it here, but 2025. Okay, so let me know how you're feeling about this in the comments below. Does anything resonate with you? Are there certain things that you're kind of feeling during this time? I know this happens over holiday seasons for a lot of people, so just be mindful of that. You'll have to tell me if anything happens around the holidays for all of you too here. But if anything resonated with you, definitely smash that like button and drop a heart in the comments below. It's completely free to you. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned for more and stay shameless.